Out there in the Nevada wilderness, there once existed a place where dreams and nightmares roamed free, where memories, good and bad, flourished, and where hell opened its gates. Simmonsville, in my opinion, has to be one of the most depressing creations within the realm of fantasy. It is the monolithic portrayal of a broken man's life, a life he can no longer get back, a world that's no longer his own, and a wound that may never heal. 5 years prior to the events of Al Simmons' birth as the Hellspawn, a routine underground A-bomb test in Nevada opened a hole into what the military thought was another dimension. Unfortunately for them, though, that other dimension turned out to be a doorway leading straight to hell. The big takeaway, though, from these research expeditions was the discovery of a substance known as cycloplasm. Cycloplasm is a material unknown to our physical world that exists within the realm of the supernatural. This substance is able to respond to mental states and is able to change form to match whatever mental state is presented to it. Whatever one thinks of, whatever one desires, or whatever one fears, cycloplasm becomes that thing. As fate would have it, Jason Nguyen, of all people, was the head of this research program, and at the time, the boss of Al Simmons. Jason was upset with the idea that Al had gone soft, so he made a deal with the demons that existed within the gaping hole in the middle of nowhere, Nevada. He gave them Al Simmons, and in return, they gave him cycloplasm. If this all sounds too convenient for you, look back at the tale of the gunslinger, where the demons that turned Jeremy Winston on that night in Bane told him not to kill Al's grandfather, Henry Simmons. This order was made to ensure the birth and survival of Al Simmons. Clearly, hell plans ahead. Cycloplasm allowed Jason to construct a town made entirely of the memories of Al Simmons. You see, when Al was sent to hell, Major Vale, a proxy to Jason, and the demons stole his memories. This is the main reason why he can't remember exactly who he was when he came back. Those memories, acting upon raw cycloplasm, created Simmonsville, a jumbled town built off of the many recollections of Al Simmons. Simmonsville consisted of houses that he lived in, schools, playgrounds, factories, churches, and parks. It was a monument to his past, but it was corrupted by demons, happy memories tainted by the ill workings of Jason Nguyen and the grand puppet master, Malboja. After a deadly battle with the Redeemer, Spawn went off into the night to find Simmonsville. When he arrived, he vowed to put a stop to it once and for all. This place was used not only to murder innocent soldiers, good men with family and friends, but was also used as a home for demons in a sense that it was the psychic mirror image of Spawn himself. They took everything he was and perverted it, and on that night, Spawn took it all back. He arrived ready to destroy the entire town, but Jason Nguyen's partner, Major Vale, was there to confront Al. Not knowing exactly who he was, but Al knew who the Major was. Al Simmons reminded Major Vale of a time in Ecuador where 6 good men died and a whole village of innocent people was slaughtered, and Jason Nguyen covered it up. Maybe this was the soft that Jason was talking about. Spawn shot Major Vale in the head that night, but it brought him no true peace. How could it when everything that he ever loved, everything that made up who he was once again about to go up in flames? Al watched as everything that made him human vanish in the hellish fires that he created, except for one thing: a small memory of him and Wanda, enjoying a day on the boat together, love in the air and hope in their hearts. Al would leave this one thing, this one piece of memory. He would use his mind to collapse the entire scene, shaping the cycloplasm to his will. And through this, he reduces the memory down to a single spark and decides to place it somewhere safe. Soon after, in Queens, New York, Wanda, the woman of his dreams, his only human link in this entire universe, stares out of a rain-soaked window. She doesn't know why she's there. All she knows is that she feels lucky for everything that she has, and sorry for anyone who has to be out there in the cold rain in the dead of night. From a distance, Al watches her, longing to be with her, but knows he can't. He gives her a gift, the memory of the two of them. And even if it was just for a brief moment in time, Wanda remembered their time together, the happiness, the bliss, the love in the air. And with her eyes filled with tears, the memories come and then they go. The windows that Al watches go dark. His world once again goes dark, and that tiny slither of light is no longer existent. His love is all he has, and with that, he returns to the dark that he'd grown so used to and vanishes. Simmonsville, in a way, is a commentary on the dark hero, a physical mold of the mind of such a person and the continuous torment that they endure. What do you do when even your memories aren't safe? What do you do when you can't even break free of the darkness around you, being constantly reminded of your failures, of a life that you could have? While many heroes relish in their plight for a cool factor, Spawn sees it all as a painful curse, a weakness to the heart, and a grave reminder of a love lost.